Hey guys, so for this episode we decided that we want to take a look at games that we want to see remade or that we want to have sequels to.
Yeah.
Because we were just thinking about, we're like, you know what, there's a lot of really cool games that we played in the past or perhaps played a little more recently that we just want to see a proper sequel to. So with that, let's get started with Brianna's choice and one of her favorite games in the past, which was Pokemon Snap.
Definitely.
Why do you want to see a sequel to this game or perhaps a remake?
Well, I want to see a remake because you can't really make a sequel to
Yeah.
Pokemon. I mean, you can add the different Pokemons that they put from every generation, but they should just do a full remake. Make it better graphics. Pokemon can be cuter.
They could make a remake though, but they could also make more levels because it was kind of limited, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Just
it's
like a
really
few
short.
levels,
You
and
can
they
beat
could,
it in like 30 minutes.
yeah, they could take the same content, just expand on it.
Yeah, and have more secrets and unlocks,
Mhm.
and you could use like an iPhone, or and you could have different tools.
Well, obviously they could upgrade like what you're using and stuff like that.
You can
and the
have
way you're
filters.
uploading.
When you turn in your pictures to Professor Oak, you could go through like filters.
I think a cool thing would be to be able to upload them to like a cloud so that people can compare photos and you can kind of
Yeah.
compete with other people to have the best Pokemon photo in the game
Yeah.
in terms of score.
And you could do that.
This like cool stuff like that you could put into a remake of this game.
Yeah. And you could have like online. Maybe you could get coins or something and
Yeah.
purchase upgrades for your camera or
Yeah,
your flute
a better
or
zoom or
apples
whatever you have.
Or a vehicle.
It's-
You can get different vehicles.
That
you
was
could
a-
do scooters maybe and take like a nature trail or something, or you could do like a Jeep or like a hovercraft like in the first one, or
It was very much a cult hit, that game. It was really quite good. I mean, I remember playing it too, and I loved it. I don't think there's one person who's played, well, maybe there's one person who's played Pokemon Snap didn't like it, but most people who played it actually have pretty fond memories of it. So it's odd that we never saw a Pokemon Snap 2 or any kind of remake or sequel for this game. I would have expected it. Especially from a franchise like freaking Pokemon, which has released God knows how many versions of the same exact game over and over and over again. And it sells millions of copies, so why wouldn't you want to do Pokemon Snap again?
yeah.
Speaking of Pokemon, what I think should be done and hasn't been done yet, not so much a sequel, but we should have a full Pokemon game on console. Because when you look at handheld, it's kind of limited as to what you can do in terms of animations, sounds, world exploration, things like that. So it would be a lot cooler to have like a Pokemon kind of exploration capture game on a console, because you could actually walk around and perhaps even throw Pokeballs at Pokemon when you want to capture them, and then if you don't capture them you have to fight them or something like that. Like they could twist up the gameplay
That really
a little
suck.
bit.
That would suck.
It would be a lot of fun. I think it would be great because you could just like see a Pokemon and be like, oh, I'm going to try and capture it without fighting it. You wouldn't have to enter that battle scene. You would actually see Pokemon, like in Pokemon Snap, jumping around. So it's no longer a random battle system. It is, I am looking for this Pokemon. When I see it, I'm going to try and throw a Pokeball at it. That sounds like a lot of fun to me. It sounds like a real Pokemon hunt. Not like, oh, I'm going to randomly try to battle these ones.
It seems like you would miss all the time, and it would be a battle.
Well, the thing is, obviously you're going to miss a lot of the time, and you'd have to weaken the Pokemon. You'd have to make the decision as to whether you throw the Pokeball or if you try to weaken the Pokemon before trying to capture it. And in a lot of cases, it could also try to run away, and it won't be captured. I think there's a lot of potential for a full-on console version of Pokemon. I don't know why it hasn't been done yet. It's baffling to me. I think everyone would love it. It's a franchise that everyone has already bought into at some point in their lives. So I think there's a lot of attachment there that could be really exploited on the consoles.
Okay.
I'm excited. I'm just excited talking about it because I think it's so much more compelling than a random battle system. But anyways, I digress back to a game which most people have probably heard about a lot, and we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for a sequel to it. I just thought it deserved mention because it's so popular. Half-Life 2 Episode 2. And yeah, we're waiting for Half-Life 2 Episode 3, Half-Life 3, whatever. I want to play a sequel to this game, and I think it's been more than 5 years now, 6 years, maybe even 10. I have no idea when the last Half-Life was released, when this game was released. But Valve needs to get off their asses and just actually get us that sequel.
They're not going to.
I don't know if they ever will. But it would be nice, since it's the game that kind of made them who they are, Half-Life. I don't have much else to say about that. It hasn't already been said. So let's go to the next one, which is F-Zero. Now,
Which
F-Zero.
This doesn't even make sense.
Well, hear me out though. F-Zero, the first one on the SNES, was by far the best version of the game ever.
Okay.
The other two, it was N64, I think, and GameCube had F-Zero as well. There were two other versions.
I don't know.
Anyways.
I didn't play. I only played it on the Wii after.
It's not on the Wii. Oh, you mean you played it on Wii Virtual Console?
I don't know.
Because there's no Wii version, which is what I'm going to get to. Hold your
No,
thought.
there's not
Okay.
a Wii version, but it's on like the.
That's what I said,
They
Wii
put it-
Virtual Console.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that's what you played it on.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. That's what I said.
I don't know what that is. Whatever.
Anyways, so the best version
Just
of
the
F-Zero
Wii.
was
I
the...
just played it on the Wii.
You need to stop. I'm trying to get a point across right now. It's not on the Wii. The first version of F-Zero was the best one. The 64 version was okay. I never played the GameCube version. I don't know if it was any good. But then they kind of just didn't revisit it at all on the Wii. And on the Wii U, it's not there yet either. And now the Wii U, as everyone knows, is struggling right now. And a game like F-Zero that hasn't been revisited for an entire console generation, for it to come back on the Wii U, I think would be huge. I think people would really be excited about that, especially if they kind of put some new twists on it like they did in Mario Kart 10, 9, 11, what is it?
Mario Kart 8.
8? There, yeah. I was a little, I'm too far ahead. I'm into like Wii 17, whatever version they make next. I don't know. Wii 4, Wii 5.
It's not even. Nope.
No?
Nope.
Lost it. But yeah, I would love to see a new version of F-Zero. This franchise needs to be revisited, and especially on a dying console like the Wii U.
Okay.
Yep. Counter-Strike. Here's one we probably mentioned in the past, but Counter-Strike Global Offensive is okay, but that's more of a remake. What?
It just sucks.
It doesn't suck.
All the Counter-Strike.
It's all
suck.
no.
Let's just agree.
Counter-Strike's amazing, and unfortunately,
It's ugly,
Global
it's
Offensive
boring.
doesn't really change the formula at all. It's still like the same game with a few new weapons. It's not ugly, and it's not boring.
It's very ugly. Everything's all brown
No.
and blue.
That is not true. I have weapon skins that are orange and pink.
Oh yeah, the weapon
and
skins
purple.
now.
Yeah, they
which are
brighten
stupid.
up the world. It's
Which are
great.
All people who design the weapon skins don't know how to design. They're all ugly.
You like some of them.
No, the solid ones with
One color,
regular, like.
But those are
the
some of the
pattern-
nicest ones.
You can make nice patterned things, but the people who make them don't know how.
Weapon skins have been a part of Counter-Strike since Counter-Strike started, making custom weapon skins. So I think adding that into Counter-Strike Global Offensive so that other people can see your skins is something that I personally always wanted when I was a kid playing the original Counter-Strikes. I say when I was a kid like it was a really long time ago. Yeah. But 10 years ago is a long time ago, I think.
Well, you weren't a kid, you were a teenager.
When I was
It's
a
different stage
teenager,
of life.
whatever. But yeah, that was something you always wanted.
Developmental process
Can you-
going on in your. Yeah.
You're not letting me speak tonight. It's very, very annoying.
I am too. Look at your speaking. You've been
okay.
talking the whole time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, I lost my train of thought, but anyways, the skins, the skins I think is great that you can kind of show them off now, and it's really a lot more fun and compelling. So that's something that did add to the game in a sense, but not to the gameplay. What I want to see is I want to see Counter-Strike 2. I want to see them evolve the gameplay the same way they did from Team Fortress Classic to Team Fortress 2. I want to see them trim away the stuff that people don't necessarily want in the Counter-Strike anymore, which isn't much. I mean, the game was great in itself. And then take that core and build on it in a way that's compelling and interesting so that people can be a little more, I don't know, intrigued by the game again. Like, really feel like something new is happening and it's not just the same stuff over and over and over again, because it's been the same thing over and over and over for literally 10 years. It gets tiring sometimes, but yet I still play it. So, I don't know what that's saying. I'm still playing Counter-Strike, so I don't know.
Ridiculously.
Yeah, I play a lot.
He'd rather play that by himself than play Team Fortress 2 or Titanfall with me.
That's not true. I play Team Fortress 2 with you. I don't mind that. But Titanfall gets a little generic. It's not a little generic. It's very generic in terms of its presentation and everything like that. It's got some compelling gameplay elements, so I will play it. The problem is, it's not only that it's generic, I get really competitive, and it's really fast-paced, and I get really frustrated really fast if I'm not playing well with Titanfall.
And you can't always play well because people are constantly coming in and out. It's die and then respawn. It's it's really quick. The maps are all different, which makes you play differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another reason I want to see Counter-Strike 2 is so I can get her to stop playing Titanfall, and so that she can play Counter-Strike, because I think a new version with perhaps an entirely new engine might get her a little more
actually
interested.
average of Titanfall now, and it's fun.
She is actually very good at Titanfall now. But now I'm just like,
Average.
well, yeah, because you played and played and
Average.
played until you got to the point
Except
where
for
you were...
today, I played terribly.
You played today?
Yeah.
What was I doing?
Playing Counter-Strike.
Oh, yeah. That's why I want a sequel. It's great.
No.
Let's get to our last game on the list, and this is one of my personal favorites, which is Secret of Mana. And
Which was very terrible to watch him play, and the
it was
music is
amazing.
terrible.
But
And just
Chloe,
looking at
our
it-
daughter, loved the music, and actually was the first,
did.
some of the first music that she danced to.
No. First music was Zelda Skyloft, Sky whatever.
That's true. Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
That was what she danced to. But
she was like 5, 6 months old, going like that. Like,
and whenever the bird came down, she would be like, she'd hear the music every time the bird came down. Whatever she was doing, she'd drop it, turn around, and go. It was adorable. I loved it. But yeah, the music, the soundtrack in that game is just unbelievable.
it's creepy.
It's amazing.
It kind of gives you a headache.
No, it doesn't.
And then,
It's amazing.
And then, like, if you have a nightmare, you hear that music playing in the background.
Regardless, this game was made like in the 90s when music wasn't exactly high tech. They were using like orchestras
It
to make
looks
music,
like-
so it was 16-bit.
I have my contacts out, and someone is throwing water in my eyes.
Are you talking about the graphics or the
Yeah,
sound?
graphics.
Okay, graphics. Well, see, that's the reason why I want to see this game remade. Now, there were sequels. I think there was like Secret of Mana 2 that was only released in Japan, and it wasn't that good. Then there was Legend of Mana, and that game is a steaming pile of crap. I know that game gets a lot of praise, and a lot of people are going to be like, I can't believe you don't like Legend of Mana. I played it. I'm sorry, it just doesn't give me the same vibe as Secret of Mana. It's just a bunch of different stories, like micro stories, and they all mean nothing. Like, you can finish one story and you move on to another one. That story just completely ends and it's disconnected from the entire world. So there is no continuity when you're playing the game, and I don't like that at all. Whereas Secret of Mana was just one story. You had to get all of the mana seeds, reseal the mana seeds, and then find the mana beast and kill it. Very simple and straightforward, and it was always evolving as you played it. So, all that said, what I want to see is a true sequel or a true remake of Secret of Mana, because that game is just freaking awesome.
Alright.
I'm so happy about that. So happy I played that game. I actually only finished that game like recently, like 2 years, when Chloe was born. I only finished that game because I could never beat the final boss when I first played the game, and I'm like, there's no way. I have to beat this boss. I have to beat this game, and I did. I was very happy about it. Same thing with Super Mario RPG. Hey, that's another game I'd like to see a sequel
No.
to.
Yeah, let's go through everything.
All these Squaresoft games from the 90s that I loved. Super Mario RPG is a great game. I want to see a Super Mario RPG 2 because we haven't seen Geno. You played the game, right? You know Geno, the guy with the blue robe. The blue, like, cape kind of robe. No? Okay. Well, Geno is one of the best new characters seamlessly introduced into a franchise because it was a Mario franchise and they introduced new characters, Mallow and Geno.
Why did that just come out of your mouth?
What?
Are you like part of marketing?
No, I'm not part of any... I don't work in marketing. What are you talking about?
Someone's been working on his pitches.
I'm not pitching anything. I work
That's
on
what it
websites.
sounded like.
Whatever. I think that Super Mario RPG 2 would be awesome. I just would love to see Geno again. I'd love to see all the characters, that cast come together again. It would be great. You're
don't
making
know
me
who
feel like
that
I
is.
you don't know who that
I
is?
just want to laugh a lot right now because I'm really loopy.
Yeah. You're really tired, I think. Yeah, Brianna's
I'm
following you.
trying
You're like
to
trying
contain myself.
desperately to stay awake. You sounded tired since the beginning of this,
Yeah,
and I
I'm
think
pretty tired.
we're pretty much done, though.
Always tired, always. We mention it every stinking video.
We do, but who
We
cares?
need to shut up,
We
seriously.
do.
Shut up.
Sorry. But I was going to ask you which one you really want to see the most out of this list,
Pokemon
but it's pretty
Snap.
much Pokemon
That's
Snap.
the only one that I had come to mind.
Yeah.
Everything else that I play has continuous sequels.
Has had sequels. Like, I was going to say Mirror's Edge, but they just confirmed Mirror's
Yeah.
Edge 2 recently, so it's kind of... Can't really use that one.
And there's and not all the games that I mean, the other one I can think of is Doom, but they're remaking Doom.
Doom
too,
4.
So.
Doom 3 it's been a long time since Doom 3, since
And it
Half-Life
looks
2's initial
scary.
release. It does look scary, which is good.
I'm not gonna play it.
What?
The original Doom didn't scare me, but I kind of had that like sense, except when the
You know,
cyber came out. But I felt I had fun playing that, and so.
You know the original
I
Doom
just think
scared
this
me
one will
more than
scare
the
the
new
crap
ones.
out of me.
Yeah, the original scared me more than the new ones did.
Why?
Because back then, I think pixels are creepier than realistic stuff. I really
They
do.
were just like brown. They
was
looked
like-
like brown dookie with eyeballs.
Yes, and that is scarier than what we get now, in my opinion. Especially Hexen. I don't think you ever played Hexen, but it was like a Doom spin-off.
No, I
Holy
never
crap,
played
that game was scary. That was the scariest game I've ever played. I still have nightmares about that game. It scared me. I should have never touched that game, but I did.
Weren't you scared of the Zelda music when your mom would play
Yes,
Zelda?
yes, I was. When you died in that game, and it went meow 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 meow. Boop. That was the noise pretty much that it made, and then it went and it was the creepiest music. It was like not being synthesized properly. I don't know, they did a bad job, and it was just so scary. And it was a black screen that said like "Game over" or "You died" or something. I'm just like. And I was just horrified when I saw it. Every time I heard it, I just didn't want to be around that area or that room. And he turned red, too, when he died. He's just, like, bleeding everywhere, pretty much. That's the image I get. Bringing back bad memories here. I don't want to think about
He's
that.
just bleeding everywhere.
It looked like that. It seemed like that's what they were going for, though. Whatever. Pokemon Snap for you, for me, I can't choose. I really can't.
Just choose them all.
I would choose them all.
Yeah.
I want them all.
All right.
I think I'm most compelled
done.
I'm most compelled though by a Pokemon game on console. That seems really interesting.
Like an open world
Yeah.
Pokemon type.
Even like having other trainers
Battle system.
be in the game with you. Like we have that capability on new consoles, at least the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, which
Online.
means sorry?
Online open world
Yeah.
where you just run into other trainers.
Yeah,
and
like
battle them right
Destiny.
then and there.
Like what they're planning with Destiny, I think a
or
similar
Sunset Overdrive, right?
Sunset
Except
Overdrive.
that's
I
a
think pretty much
team.
every game that's going to be coming out will have, and Sunset Overdrive will have it too. But yeah,
Yeah.
just that's the new in thing. So it seems like a perfect opportunity for Pokemon.
Because
to come
it's
to
a
the
way to
forefront.
make friends and connect.
Yes, and Pokemon's just fun.
And that's what Pokemon does.
Yes. Do it, Nintendo, and release it for PS4, please, because we all know you're not going to have another console anytime soon. So.
Well, they're not
ever.
going to do that, so forget about it.
But it would be smart. Anyways, whatever. We're all about Pokemon. At the end of the day.
Yep.
It's our true love in gaming.
Yeah.
Well, not really. Somewhat.
Not really. I'm not that fond of the regular games, actually.
But it was one of the first games I played.
Yeah.
I played it on the original Game Boy. The first one.
What? Pokemon?
Yeah. Pokemon Red and Blue. I played them on, I think it was Pokemon Color or Pokemon the original, did I say Pokemon Color? I think it was on Game Boy Color or the original Game Boy. I don't remember. But yeah.
It was on the original Game Boy?
Yes.
I didn't. I played Tetris and Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
On
It was
the original Game Boy, that's all I had. I was too poor.
I'm really tired. You tired?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to bed. Good night, guys. Oh, wait, we're not done. Don't forget, if you like the video, subscribe, please, and like below. Thank you. Bye.